It's all about the three stripes. Welcome back to the channel. I am Cody with a Shoe In With Cody, and today we got us a good one. We are talking about one of the newest shoes from Adidas, the Adizero SL. Again, Adidas with their long naming conventions, but we have a good one today. Today's video, I plan on going on a deep dive about the shoe, the good, the bad, and should you buy the shoe? Yes, this shoe right here. Now, before I get into this, I do have to ask you guys one thing. Hit the like button and smash the subscribe button. You know you want to. It helps the channel and absolutely costs you nothing to do. Now sit back, relax, and let's talk about the SL2 from Adidas. Because I'm a positive guy, I am going to start off with the good. There's a lot to say about the SL2, and I'm going to be quite honest with you. The SL1, I didn't like at all. I just didn't think it was a good shoe. So when the SL2 came out, and I saw that they had Lightstrike Plus, Lightstrike Pro, I was like, okay. And then I saw the shoe and I was like, ooh, okay, now I gotta try that. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did not let the version 1 deter me from trying the 2. And if you're in the same boat as me, I think you're gonna feel the same way. The foam that they were using, it's money. I've heard from other shoes I've tried when they say that they're gonna use their normal foam plus their premium foam, there's maybe like 10% of the premium foam. Not so much with the SL2. Look at that foam right there. You can see it, and when you run in it, you feel it. This has been a very comfortable daily trainer. I racked up about like almost 40 plus miles into the shoe, and it just feels comfortable. It's one of those shoes I kept reaching for. And I'll be quite frank with all of you, I have not always had that relationship with Adidas. A lot of their shoes, in my opinion, besides some of their race day shoes, are just okay. But the SL2 is bringing me back. It's bringing me back in. And the number one thing is definitely this foam. The combination just lets you rip it off. It feels good as a daily trainer, as well as a recovery day run if you want to go a little bit slower, baby those legs, as well as if you're looking to go maybe 12, 13 miles in this shoe. I would not be taking this 18, 20 miles. I personally think there's just better options. But again, in that range of a daily trainer where you want to push it a little bit with the pace, the foam did amazing. This upper, I had a really good lockdown in, and I really liked like the little pads right here that they put in. It's not overly padded. It's padded where you want to, but just overall the upper is just really comfortable. And the last thing I want to point out about this shoe is it's really hot here in Pennsylvania, like really hot. And I'm not cooking in this foot. I took this down the shore with me. I've been doing a lot of runs in Pennsylvania, and honestly, I found this shoe to be pretty darn breathable. So again, the foam they're using and the upper combination are just really nice, especially for a shoe I had I'm telling you, zero expectations for. With the good, you do know there has to be some negatives. But I'm gonna be honest with you, there's not a lot that I didn't like about this shoe. The main one for me, and it's not really even a deal breaker, it's just something I think you all need to know. And that is, I think it ran a little too short. I don't know if half a size would have been better up, or I wish it was like a quarter longer. That's kind of where I'm at right here. That's why I keep saying it's not a true negative. It's just one of those things I need to point out. My foot was right at the edge. It didn't affect my ride. My feet were able to, swell a little bit in the heat, and it definitely did a really nice job, to be quite honest with you. But I do wish it was just a tad longer. The other thing I want to point out, while I had no issues with the upper, I do want to point out, I wish it was a gusseted tongue. I really do. I just wish most shoes had a gusseted tongue, partially gusseted, sewn in. With this shoe specifically, I just had to adjust it a little bit. It was not a deal breaker, but again, it's one of those things where I just wish it was gusseted. And the last thing I'm going to point out, again, it's going to sound nitpicky, but these laces might have to be the thinnest laces I've ever had. They get the job done, but when you're tying them, it just doesn't feel like a lace you would see on a running shoe. And again, I feel like you're all probably like, Cody, you are nitpicking. And I feel like I am for the most part. But again, the laces were just very thin. And I think for a lot of people, when you have to cinch them down, I think you might find a little bit issues with that, to be quite frank. So again, Not a lot to complain about it. Wish it was a little bit longer. Wish I had a gusseted tongue. And these laces, come on, man. Get us some real laces, Adidas. These right here, a little too thin. You heard the good and you heard the bad. Now you want to know, should you buy this shoe? Yes, you should absolutely buy this shoe, especially if you're looking for more of a traditional daily trainer. And that's kind of where I'm going to put it. You're not getting like a rocker like a Hoka or some of the newer shoes out there. This is definitely more of a traditional shoe. I think the foam they are using is just one of my favorite foams right now. The combination of both Lightstrike plus Lightstrike Pro, I think they just did an amazing job implementing it in this shoe. And I think the best part why I'm saying buy this shoe is it's only $130. And honestly, I feel like Adidas constantly is running sales, so you might even be able to get this for a whole lot less. Again, I think you get a lot. You get a comfortable shoe. You get a shoe you can rack the daily miles off and do it in comfort and also style. This is definitely a good looking shoe. It's not over the top. There's nothing crazy about it. It just gets the job done. And that's what you're getting with the Adidas SL2, a shoe that just gets the job done. There you have it. You heard the good, you heard the bad, and you heard my verdict on this shoe. Now I want to hear from you. Have you tried the SL2? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What about it is doing the job for you? Let me know, comment below. And remember, hit the like button and smash the subscribe button. We got a lot of things happening on this channel and I want you involved.